Hello everyone, I am Sarah. I am here to provide those of you that are in nursing school some additional resources for getting through. Many of you may know me as Professor Kain. I am a national certified family nurse practitioner through the ANCC. I started my nursing career back in 2006 as an ADN prepared nurse. I started off on a med-surg floor in a hospital in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And throughout my 19 years of nursing, I had moved up and I have obtained my BSN in 2015. I did that through an online program. And then in 2018, I graduated with my MSN as a FNP, and I was certified in 2018 through the ANCC. And then I decided I was going to go back to school and obtain my DNP, and I graduated in 2019 with my doctorate. I work as a pediatric nurse practitioner in a rural health setting in my state. I work in the clinic setting 1 to 2 days, maybe a week, to maintain my skills and stay up to date. I have taught at various institutes throughout the online setting. I have taught in the actual classroom, but the majority of my education as a professor has been online. I enjoy teaching, I enjoy learning too, so I feel like I have the best of both worlds because academia is where I feel like I am best suited. I really enjoy my time with students, so that is why I'm here. I have gotten a lot of feedback throughout the last 4 to 5 years, a lot of push to come here and do this. So here I am. I have finally created this platform for nursing students at various stages. I want it to be more of to meet your needs. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Tell me what you're looking for. You know, yes, pharmacology is one of my bigger areas, but again, I do still work in the healthcare setting, so I feel like I am well versed in those, other areas too, outside of just pharmacology. I want to help you be successful. I want to help you be successful not only on your nursing journey, but as you go into the nursing field and work, because that is ideally what you're trying to do, is become a nurse, and it's not easy. But I'm hopeful that this channel, this site will help you gain some of those skills that maybe you haven't quite fully gotten yet. I am no expertise. I'm not going to claim to be. I am not. I don't have fancy backgrounds, fancy things. I am just a nurse practitioner who loves to teach and educate. And I try to keep it real. If you know me, you know me. I keep it very real. So that's what we're going to do. And so let me just show you a little example I have prepared. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see. I already have it prepared here. Let's just see if this works. All right, from the beginning, so I have made just a practice question. This is what I do. I am going to give you a question like this. A nurse is administering a medication to a patient with heart failure. The patient is prescribed furosemide, Lasix, a loop diuretic. The nurse notes that the patient's potassium level is 3. Which of the following actions should the nurse take? Again, I'm not sure where you may be in your nursing program, but I just tried to pull a generalized question. If you know me, I do not give you lab values because I do try to push you. Yes, depending on what tests, maybe it's the NCLEX, maybe it's ATI, maybe it's HESI. Some of those will give you those values. However, I'm going to push you outside your comfort zone. So I'm not going to give it to you. So you do got to know what that potassium level means. Because then, yes, I'm going to give you some options here. Which of the following actions should the nurse take? Before I give you those, I want you to already be thinking about, what am I giving you here? What is this question really asking me? What do we need to ask ourselves as the student? Well, the biggest thing really is I've given you a potassium level that is not within a normal limit. Okay? So now, when I give you your answer choices, same question, just you have answer choices now. You have A, administer the furosemide as prescribed and monitor the potassium level. B, hold the furosemide dose and contact the healthcare provider for further instructions. C, increase the dose of furosemide to counteract the low potassium level. Or D, administer potassium supplements and proceed with furosemide dose. So when we are looking at these answer choices, I hope that you guys have eliminated C, because as nurses, we can't just increase the dose of furosemide. That is not within our scope of practice. We can go ahead and administer the dose as prescribed and monitor. We can hold it, contact the healthcare provider, or administer potassium supplements and proceed with furosemide dose. Hopefully, you were thinking, because some people have gotten confused on this, because a lot of times when you are giving Lasix, you are also giving them potassium. So some people are like, oh, well, I've seen D. However, our potassium is already 3. So hopefully you know that A, we're not just going to give it and monitor because we already are hypokalemic. So hopefully you're thinking, okay, you know what, we need to hold it first and we need to contact the healthcare provider. If you know me, when I give practice questions, I don't just let you just pick an answer choice and keep moving. I want you to break it down. Yes, it does take time, because what I'm trying to help you do is identify potential risks. You need to recognize how certain meds, such as Lasix, can exacerbate electrolyte balances. What does Lasix do? Well, it's a potassium wasting diuretic. Prioritizing safety, right? I'm trying to emphasize the importance of patient safety when potassium levels are already abnormal, right? So we need to understand when it's critical to consult the healthcare provider. Critical thinking. I want you to think beyond just giving the med, right? We need considering the entire clinical picture before taking action, right? We're not just giving Lasix. We have to look at the big picture, because that is a medication that we know it's a loop diuretic. We know that it's potassium wasting. We need to make sure that that potassium level is within a normal range before giving. So here's the question again. Here are your answer choices. And hopefully everybody picked B, to hold the furosemide and contact the healthcare provider, because in the context of hypokalemia, until the healthcare provider can assess the patient and determine if potassium supplementation or an adjustment in the medication regime is needed. That is the correct one. A, right, if we go ahead and give it, we are going to possibly make hypokalemia worse. C is incorrect, because we don't just increase the dose of furosemide, because it could possibly also exacerbate potassium loss. And then D is incorrect, because potassium supplements alone may not be sufficient enough to counteract the risk. So that was just one question that I broke down for you. This is what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this. And hopefully you all will give me some questions, or give me an area that you would like for me to provide you more help with. I will do my best. Again, I don't have fancy stuff. I don't break it down in a fancy way. I am going to give it to you real world Professor Kain way. So feel free to give me some comments. Let me know what you think. I look forward to seeing you all here, reading questions, comments. Thank you for tuning in.